Line opens Friday. Very exciting change in the mobility landscape in Santa Monica. So residents will be able to come to each of the 3 expo stations through multiple ways. Half of our residents, 50% of Santa Monica residents, live within a 10-minute walk of each station. So it's very easy to walk. That might not be for everyone. So if you'd like to get there a little faster, you could take Breeze Bike Share. There are Breeze Bike Share stations at every single station. And that will take you about 1.5 miles, 2 miles in 10 to 15 minutes. Or if you'd like to take a bus, Big Blue Bus has rerouted every single bus so that it hits one of the expo stations. So basically you see a Big Blue Bus coming, you hop on and you know you're going to get to an expo station. So that's really awesome. Plus, we now have other things in Santa Monica. We have taxi, which has been a really great part of Santa Monica's transportation landscape. But now there's Lyft and Uber as well if you want to take those to get to the station. So tons of options. Well, the bus is really a key, fundamental part of the transportation landscape. We have Big Blue bus stops throughout every single part of the city. There are access services that help people who are lower income, senior, disabled, other special needs populations or vulnerable populations, make sure they can also get to a bus stop. And Big Blue Bus is great at accommodating and providing information to all of those users. So that really is ground zero of our transportation landscape. Very important. There's also Access Dial-A-Ride for people. Many seniors, people use the Access Dial-A-Ride service, so that's also really important. So there's lots of different options for people. So at each of the expo stations, we've supplemented with between 10 and 15 additional bike racks, so those are available. You can fit 2 bikes in a rack, so that's 20 to 50 more parking spaces. Downtown, we also a number of years ago built what's called the Bike Center. That's a facility at 2nd and Colorado and at 4th and Broadway that has 350 bike parking spaces, so you can leave your bike there, you can bike valet it there, or you can actually become a member if you want to have longer term parking. So particularly downtown, there's a lot of parking spaces available for your bike. It's going to be really important for people to seek all of the resources to know what's around them. So we do have a comprehensive wayfinding system that we're putting in place. It'll start getting installed in January of 2017. But that will provide maps so people know what's around them. They'll have access to information about public restrooms, areas where there'd be retail where they can buy a coffee, and what is near them, like parks, schools, other major destinations. It's also really important that people kind of speak to the ambassadors that will be at the downtown station, Downtown Santa Monica Inc. and the Chamber and Santa Monica Tourism and Travel. They're actually doing ambassadors the opening weekend and some of the weekends over the summer. So there'll be live people there to ask when you need something. So I think that's really important too. So vehicle access to the stations is part of the total landscape. So here at the downtown station, what we've designed is an interim drop-off area, so you can have loved ones wait for you while you get off the train, so there's easy access for that. At some of the other expo stations, there is parking for park and ride. So at 17th and Colorado, there are approximately 70 spaces available for park and ride that are operated and managed by Metro. If you head east of there, between Centinela and Barrington, there's another 200 parking spaces along the Expo Line that are available. And if you keep going further, at Sepulveda, there's a parking structure of another 200 spaces. There's another 200 spaces in Culver City and at La Cienega. So there's hundreds of spaces along the line, depending upon which exit is most convenient for you and where you're going. So there are tons of parking spaces available. In the downtown, we happen to have thousands of parking spaces, which is where I think that number of 7,000 parking spaces comes from. We have 6,000 public parking spaces plus another couple thousand in private. But those are also really important for our downtown businesses. We know people are going downtown. They might not be driving to the train, so we want to make sure that there's plenty of parking for those businesses as well, so that people who are driving have that access.